Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another Let's Talk podcast. And today I am joined with a very special guest. I've got up extra early to talk to him. It's a pleasure, it's an honor to call him a friend of mine, which I never thought I'd be able to say, that I can say that this person is a friend. You've all seen him on various other YouTubers' channels. It's 7 a.m. here in the UK. It's 9 a.m. in South Africa. There's a clue. The home of Grant and that laugh. The home of Grant Hinds, streamer extraordinaire. He has met the likes of Bryce Dallas Howard and Chris Pratt from the Jurassic World franchise, whilst dressed in a pink dinosaur onesie in LA. Isn't
That's very true.
how surreal was that?
It was crazy. What was actually weirdly enough even more crazy was that I was on the set of the films. So it was in the Universal Studio Lot, and studio lots are pretty much big warehouses where they build temporary sets and break them down for every single film that gets made. And that's kind of got some history. So E.T., Jurassic Park, Jaws, huge films were made in those lots, and I was just like chilling in one. That was
Yeah.
kind of cool. Yeah.
If you guys want to see that video, I will put a link to it in the description box below. That video is done by Casper Lee, who's Grant's friend, fellow South African, and I've never met Casper. He was at Insomnia the same time I was, but I went home early, so I couldn't get the chance to meet him, which has really annoyed me. But he seems like the nicest guy you can meet, and also Grant, meeting him at Insomnia, I was walking around Insomnia to go to where the cosplay section is. I'm walking, and next minute, out of nowhere, I just see someone look at me, point at me, and go, "Yo, Daniel!" And I'm like, "Yo, that's Grant Hinds." I knew that because of the pink hair. Um, we spoke for a bit. I appeared in his vlog. Again, that will be in the link down below. Met his manager Robin, who again lovely, and Hey Davey, I think his name is as well.
Oh, hey, it's Davey. Yeah,
Hey,
on
it's
Twitter.
Davey. Yep, he's there. So I met all them, and then later on that same day, we went for a coffee, didn't we?
Yes, we did. Yeah.
We had a South African drink, which you saw at Starbucks, called, but
Oh, Rooibos.
Robust. I forgot what it was, but that one, and it's like it's a hot drink, isn't it? It's
Yeah, I don't think it was a very accurate like representation of what it is, but it's basically a tea that we have here in South Africa. It's a very light tea, and it's naturally sweet, so you don't have to add sugar to it,
mm,
and it's got a lot of like antioxidants, zero caffeine, so it's not like a good Bull's tea that you
no,
guys have in the UK.
but
So it's far lighter.
yeah, we went in the queue to get drinks, and I was all prepared to pay for mine. And bless him, Grant paid for my coffee, which I insisted I'll pay for my own. But he was adamant that I'm not.
Of
So
course.
I was like, "Hang on, I'm going to listen to him here because I don't want to annoy him, round him up." But I went for the robust tea as well. I'd never had it before, and it was actually
Yeah.
really nice. And I'm still in touch with his manager Robin. I still keep in touch with her, which is quite cool. And
Right. Yeah, yeah.
it's just nice to
But
go on.
you need to drink a rooibos tea like, from a proper. You need to make it yourself with a little bit of with basically with hot water.
Basically,
Buy a tea bag.
what you're telling me is I need to come to South Africa.
True, but strangely enough, you can have it today if you want. I think they're in stores up in the UK.
I'm
I
gonna have
saw a few.
I'm gonna have to look out for it now in Tesco's.
Yeah, Rooibos. It means red bush in Afrikaans.
Okay.
You pronounce it rooibos. That's how you pronounce it.
Uh, but no, so Grant is amazing at Fortnite, better than I am. He streams on Twitch on a daily basis, twitch.tv/Grant Hinds. Um, he does Hype Squad on selected days, which means you, the viewer, get to play with this guy. Then that's always a good turnout, and it's always a lot of fun. Even
Yeah,
though, even though sometimes some of the other players don't have headsets, which makes me
yeah, that's
laugh.
frustrating. But like yesterday, it's called Squad Amp, by the way.
Yeah,
And yesterday we did such a great streak. We just won like 6 games or something
that's
as a group.
incredible.
I think the community is just getting stronger at
Oh,
Fortnite, which is
definitely.
pretty cool.
But you can join Grant's Hype Squad by typing, is it exclamation mark Hype Squad? Or Squad Damage even?
Exclamation mark, yeah, exclamation mark Squad Amp in the chat on the
And
live stream.
if you when he is live streaming, if you guys go along, if you want to join in to the game, you just click you just type exclamation mark join, and that puts you into a queue so that Grant knows that you want to play with him. I think is that right?
Yep, totally.
See,
There's a
see,
whole
I
bunch.
watch his streams enough to know how his commands work.
There we
Um,
go. Yeah.
so tech, we know you've got the Elgato 4K cam link,
Yes, I do.
which is an incredible. If you guys don't know what it is, it's a USB stick with a HDMI port on the other side. You plug a full-size HDMI in, and the other end goes into your DSLR, camcorder, whatever, and it'll pick up, and then you can use your camera, your high-end camera, as a webcam, as opposed to a webcam that you would go out and buy for your PC, in particular. And
Yes.
the cam link's a diddy little USB stick, but it packs such a punch. It's an incredible piece of kit. And if you can't,
Yeah.
if you've got the money to buy a DSLR, I strongly recommend you invest in a Camlink 4K. Definitely.
Look, yeah, so it's a very powerful device. It takes HDMI in, but it takes the raw HDMI feed from your camera. So not every DSLR camera can work with it, unfortunately. So
Mm.
when there is a list on Elgato's website of the different compatible cameras that work with it, and if you do have one of those in your collection, it's a no-brainer to get a cam link.
Oh, definitely. It just is. Grant also uses the Elgato Stream Deck, and I think you
Yes,
use the 15 button one, don't you?
yes, I do.
So that's basically a little stand that costs here in the UK about £130,
Yes.
and you plug it into a USB port on your laptop or your gaming PC, whatever. It is recognised with Streamlabs OBS, XSplit, and normal OBS, I believe. And you can set custom commands for your Stream Deck, so you can have streaming shortly and stuff, all at the touch of a button. However,
Yeah.
if you can't afford an Elgato Stream Deck, Streamlabs themselves do an app for Android and iOS where it
I've seen
turns
this.
your phone into a Stream Deck, which I've got on my. I've got a S9, Samsung S9, and I use that, and it's incredible. It literally does everything. Super easy to set up. You download the app from the App Store. You go into your settings on Streamlabs. Go down to remote control. Scan the QR code. It links in with your Wi-Fi and your OBS.
Mm.
You've got all your transitions and your scenes on your phone.
Yeah. No, it's very powerful to be able to control that stuff separate. The Stream Deck is super cool because obviously it works across different platforms and you can have different profiles. Um,
It's
and
amazing.
it's software driven. Software is actually where the power comes in. The Stream Deck software that you download and use is just next level.
But saying that, if you don't want to buy the 15 button one, yeah, there is a 6 button version available, which I think is about £80 to £90 here in the UK.
Yeah, no, and that's useful. That's good enough.
Oh yeah,
I would like 15. They actually you can buy multiple of them and they all work together. I would like to get two 15 button ones together. See how crazy I can get.
oh that'd be incredible. You could just have
Like
one
make
for
one a soundboard
memes.
and one a thing, you know?
Yeah, that'd be amazing. So, well, obviously, recently in Fortnite, if you guys follow Fortnite, you'll know that there was an orb above a mountain. The orb disappeared. This massive snowman monster thing appeared, covered the
Yeah, yeah.
whole Fortnite map in snow. Now, in the top right-hand corner, the snow is starting to melt. Um,
I've noticed, yeah.
zombies have also appeared in this map in Fortnite in season 7. So where do you think this is going to go with Fortnite? Given obviously you play it near enough every day, what do you think this is going
Well,
to lead to?
well, every day I haven't booted up the game today, but I've got a feeling that more of the snow has melted. It's probably about halfway now, which is exciting. I prefer the green landscape to the snow plains of the entire map.
Mm,
I don't really enjoy that. I think there might be another Thanos mode. You know, like Thanos, like one person gets like an item, like that sword or something, and then
yes.
becomes like this ultimate god
Mm.
in the game. So we'll see. We'll see.
Did you
I
ever
think
get to
that's.
play as Thanos when he first appeared?
I did. It was a very cool mode. It was lots of fun. I'm glad it was, a short time. You know,
Yeah,
it wasn't like a long time. So I'm glad it was short. But I think this might be a version of that. I think it
yeah.
would make sense.
So Grant, like I said, so Grant doesn't just play Fortnite. He plays many
No.
other games. Um, you recently went to an event as well, didn't you? For a game that's coming out soon this year. Is it
Um.
the new Far
Yes.
Cry?
Yeah, the Far Cry New Dawn.
Yes. So Far Cry New Dawn is a game that's coming out at some point this year. Um, what was? I'll leave this one up to you because I don't know anything about the game apart from it's a new
Well,
Far Cry.
I've got a video that's coming out soon on
Ah,
it. Very soon. Probably this weekend or
what's your
Monday.
channel called?
It's just my name, Gron Hinds.
There we go.
YouTube.com/Gron Hinds.
I'll link it down below,
Very easy.
guys.
Shot. And I got to play a good couple of hours of Far Cry. I missed the main story quest while I played. I just went. You know how open world games are. I just got caught up with some side quests,
Yeah,
and it was loads of fun. Uh, I like very colorful art direction in games. They've taken this post-apocalyptic world and made it appealing. It's not just shades of gray and brown, which a lot of these a lot
mm,
of these post-apocalyptic world games are like. And they made it like very attractive and appealing and interesting. They got brand new animals that are mutated in and around the map that just don't exist. It's because there was a nuclear fallout. They've got different uh, you know factions on the map that are some are like a little bit crazy. They're doing some crazy stuff. You're trying to survive. It's a little bit like The Walking Dead, but with other
better.
people. Yeah. So I really like what they've done. I really like Far Cry. I enjoyed Far Cry 5. I've enjoyed every Far Cry.
Yeah,
The one I even the Far Cry Primal, even though it wasn't like the best Far Cry, I've always enjoyed what Far Cry has to offer. I thought Primal was unique and different, and I enjoyed my time with it.
mm,
I imagine Far Cry and New Dawn will be very similar in scope, but even better because it's got modern day weapons and very creative. The first weapon you actually get is a like a buzzsaw.
ooh,
It's like a gun that shoots saws, like round circular saws, and I think that's genius. Like it's nice to take the future and give you a brand new arsenal that you wouldn't use in like a Far Cry 5. Why would you use that gun in Far Cry 5?
yeah,
In a military landscape, but in a post-apocalyptic world, and you using what you've got, like that might be a creative weapon because there's an abundance of saws lying around. You can tell the story that you want to tell, which is very exciting.
mm. Uh, I was going to say something then about something, and it's just gone. It's just left my mind. What was it? That's it. Right. So when you play an MMO, massive multiplayer online game like
Yeah,
Fortnite, PUBG, Anthem, that's another game.
yeah,
You we everyone it all uses a server. Now, servers for us here in the UK don't seem to be a problem.
no,
However, if you're in, as Grant calls it, Joburg, Johannesburg, which is Cape Town. Is that Cape Town, isn't it? Yeah.
no. So
Oh, I'm
Joburg,
different.
so Cape Town is a city on the where I live. It's in the southernmost point of the continent, and then Johannesburg is the other big city, and that's kind of its central South Africa. It's inland.
Okay,
It's
but
like Birmingham and London.
okay, got you. So where Grant is, game servers. They're not that great, are they?
No, they're terrible. We have a couple of servers. So how the servers often work is that you have a European server which you guys tap into, or a North American server, and most players who live in and around those servers have very good response time to that server because the information that you are playing with is getting pinged to that server. It goes there and back to your machine. The longer it takes for it to do it in milliseconds, even on you know what it's like to play
Mm,
competitive titles. Like the longer it takes, the more advantage the player on the other side of the match has. So if they can respond faster to an action, or have their response ping the server faster, they will, like, say if you both shoot at the same time, that person's always going to get the hit.
Oh yeah,
Um,
definitely.
so we have a functional disadvantage being at the bottom of Africa without any local servers. Some games do have. We used to have Dota 2 servers. I think they may have removed them. We've got Counter-Strike servers. So we often play really good, high competitive Counter-Strike because we have the capacity to do that here. We also have got Call of Duty servers here. So that's great. The servers are based in Cape Town and Johannesburg, and
Mm.
people from all around Southern Africa use those servers to play those kinds of games. Fortnite, unfortunately, the big game that we're all playing, doesn't have servers here. So we're trying to petition Epic to set up their own servers here in Africa, at least in Southern Africa. Even if they split the continent into two, we'll have a much better ping. We could halve our ping if we're
Yeah.
playing into a Botswanan server or something. Like it makes sense.
Mm. Epic Games, if by any chance you're watching this podcast, which I'll be amazed if you do, please put a server in South Africa somewhere, please. Please. For my friend, please. He
Yeah,
needs it.
thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it.
So yeah, obviously Grant obviously likes his movies as well. Like I said in the intro, he's probably the biggest person I know who loves Jurassic World beyond all belief. Um, Same as me, I've seen every single Jurassic Park from the original three
Yes, they're
Jurassic
the
Park
best movies in the
films.
world.
Are incredible. The first one's my favourite. That splits a lot of
Yeah,
opinions.
100%. No, I agree with you. No, no, that is the best one
The
by far.
the CGI in that and how lifelike the dinosaurs look is mind blowing.
Yeah,
Uh,
they're lifelike, and they use a lot of real world, like animatronics. So that
Animatronics, yeah,
they built a huge T-Rex for that film. The way the story is told
incredible.
is so much, yeah, it's so much more loving and caring,
Mm,
and more like you don't see the T-Rex that often, but when you do see it, it is frightening. Whereas
yeah,
in all these new movies, it's this, they're just throwing the T-Rex in whenever they can, as soon as they can.
mm,
You know, it's not this mysterious. Dinosaurs are this mysterious, scary, um, like bloodthirsty creatures
yeah.
potentially. Not really, but like they're trying to tell these. They're trying to give you the impression of these monsters, and you can't tell a monster story if you see the monster at the beginning of the movie.
Oh no, I mean I don't know if you had this where you are. We have something called Walking with Dinosaurs, Arena
Yeah,
Spectacular. So
yeah,
they go
yeah. We
to
do. Yeah,
arenas.
yeah.
I was invited along.
Wait, arena spectacular. What do they fight the dinosaurs in an arena?
Yeah, they have life-size dinosaurs in arenas. I was lucky
Amazing.
enough to get invited backstage
That's
to
incredible.
when they came to Nottingham, and I have to admit, I think I turned into ground when I saw the dinosaurs. They were just
Yo,
all
that's
they were
incredible.
just all there. All the dinosaurs were there. They're life size. I walk up to a Velociraptor, and obviously you can't tell. I'm sorry, I'm going to ruin the illusion here that there's people inside them. Sorry, that's going to upset a lot of people.
Oh
Um,
no, I mean, come on.
Kids,
There has to.
they're real dinosaurs. Um, no, but I walked up to this Velociraptor, and I go to touch its head, its nose, in between its eyes.
Yeah, yeah.
As I put my hand on it, it moved, and I said so many swear words. Oh my god, I did not expect
Terrifying.
it. It scared the hell out of me.
Oh yeah, can imagine. I would too. I mean, you see what it can do in Jurassic Park. You're like, what can I do in real life?
Well, yeah, you know it. You can tell it's not real. Up close, though, it looks so real. It's bizarre. It's just like your brain's going, "It's not real. It's real. It's not real. It's real." And
Yeah.
then, as soon as I touched it and the head moved, I was like, "Oh, you little!" and swear words ensued afterwards. And I was just looking at, and the chap inside the Velociraptor was like headbutting me and stuff like that.
Oh, cool.
And then the Velociraptor in front of me looked up at me, looked above my head, turned around, and then ran off into the arena. And I
That's
went,
so cool.
and I went to one of the guys, one of the stage thing. Why is it? Why is that? Why is he gone? He goes, Dan, don't look behind you. Full size T Rex stood behind me. It's
Oh wow.
terrifying. It was terrifying.
I
But
wonder how they do the T Rex.
it's on like a car chassis. So it's got big wheels and
I see.
control, like a remote control for its head, and
So the smaller dinosaurs look more real.
oh yeah, the smaller dinosaurs you'd think are real, definitely. The big ones, kind of obvious that they're not. Well, they're not anyway, but you know what I mean? It's even more obvious because you can see the person driving like a go-kart thing.
Yes, yeah, yeah, yeah.
But when I saw the show, I was just thinking this Grant would be in his element of
Oh yeah.
watching
So
this.
everything. Yeah, tell me about it.
So what's your favorite? What's the best part about? Because Jurassic World, they've done 2 films now. They've done Jurassic World and Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Fallen Kingdom's the latest one, which is
Yeah,
set.
yeah.
So is it 5 or 10 years after Jurassic World itself? I can't
Um,
remember.
I think it's like 20 years after. Wait. Fallen Kingdom.
Yeah,
So yeah, I think Fallen Kingdom's like 2 years or something. It's not that. It's not that long.
two
So
years. So basically, if you haven't seen Jurassic World, I recommend you go and see it. So basically, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom sees the legendary Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard go back to Jurassic World to try and save the dinosaurs because the volcano's about to erupt. And whilst they're on the island, the action on there is absolutely incredible.
yeah, that's probably well. Actually, my favorite scene in that film is towards the end.
Okay, and just to see, and when the spoiler, there's going to be spoilers for Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom, so apologies, people who haven't seen it. As they're leaving on the boat, and you see that dinosaur engulfed by the ash cloud.
Yes, that was
The,
super sad.
oh, that was so sad. I was like, oh, mate. Oh.
My favorite scene in that whole movie was the end. That whole scene in the house. It just reminded me so much more of Jurassic Park, the original Jurassic Park.
Yeah, and that's brilliant. That's just amazing. Like I say, if you haven't seen Jurassic World or Fallen Kingdom, watch them on Netflix or Sky or buy them on DVD, whatever, because they're well worth it.
Yeah, they're cheap to rent now as well. I think.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Uh,
mind actually watching the Jurassic World 2 again.
I know.
This one.
I'm tempted to do that when we finish with the podcast. Actually,
Nice.
give it a bit of a watch. But no. So going back to games, obviously, by the time this podcast goes out, the open demo weekend would have finished. So the open demo for Anthem is from the
Yeah.
1st of February till the 4th of February, I think.
Yeah. So over this weekend,
This
pretty much.
weekend. So because this
Yeah.
is going out on next a week today, so the open demo was last weekend for
Yeah.
four
Yeah. Yeah.
days. The previous weekend before that was a VIP weekend, which
Yeah.
I got to play Anthem. It took me. The servers went live at 5 p.m. It took me 45 minutes to get into a game, but
Jeez.
BioWare and
So you
EA
think I've
were
got
on it.
server problems? Look at you.
Well, no, it wasn't actually our servers. It was EA and BioWare. They didn't anticipate how many
So many people.
VIP they'd have, so they're like, oh, this is a problem.
So silly. They got sales data. How could they do that?
I know,
So
but saying that though, BioWare and EA have been on it on form on Twitter because of how much trouble there was and issues there were. Because like
yeah, there were a few. There were a few. I have this one
they'd
like the
give you
frame rate was bad. It wasn't. They
yeah,
needed to
frame
fix
rate
it.
was bad. The queue system was broken. It took you forever to get into a game. But BioWare have acknowledged this, and BioWare are giving everyone free skins and free vinyls and stuff as a way of saying, "We're sorry, we screwed up," kind of thing.
Cool, cool.
Which is really good of them. I mean, I played from what I did get to play of Anthem, and I'm playing more of it today over the next 4 days. It's beautiful. It's such a beautiful looking game.
Yeah, yeah.
It, I'm excited for the full game. Definitely, really am. That's going to be good. However, on talking about games and stuff, Fallout 76,
Yes, there's drama there.
isn't there just it's people wanting refunds? Bethesda are just Bethesda aren't doing what Bethesda are doing are doing bug fixes. They're not actually sorting out end game content.
Oh wow,
So,
that's a problem.
oh yeah, people are getting really. I mean, I paid 50 quid for
I see
Fallout
that there's a law
76.
there's a lawsuit for people to get their money back
Yeah,
as well.
I paid 50 quid for Fallout 76, and I was so stoked. The trailer looked amazing. I'm
It
like,
was a nice concept,
I
yeah.
want this. This looks cool. I played it, and then after about 2 weeks, I'm like, I'm bored now. There's nothing else to. But after 2 weeks, stuff started to happen when I was playing that I couldn't explain. For instance, you had big dragons that would just fall out of the sky, out of nowhere,
Yeah, yeah.
and I'm like, what the hell's that about? I don't. This shouldn't be happening.
Dragons falling out the sky.
But
Are there dragons in Fallout?
I don't know what they're called. They've got a proper name. Scorch Beast. That's it. Which is effectively like a dragony thing,
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
and that just fall out of nowhere. It just spawn in, and it'd be dead straight away.
Oh, so weird.
And I'm
And
like,
you could
what?
could you loot it though?
No, this thing you couldn't do anything. It was just there.
Oh, okay, that's a problem.
And the thing is, there's not even any NPCs in there anymore. So there were the odd game characters that you could interact with people and stuff. Now that's
Yeah,
all
yeah,
in
yeah.
there are just robots, and it's like, what? It's you know what I mean. There's nothing to do in 76.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
And I think this is going to damage Bethesda badly.
Yeah.
But are there any
Yeah,
other
it's
games
a
that
shame.
you're looking forward to this year?
I'm looking forward to quite a few. Mortal Kombat 11's coming out. It'll be fun to give that a bit of a roll. There's also I'm really keen on Anthem. I really enjoyed it. Um, Far Cry, obviously, A New Dawn.
Hmm.
The Division 2. I actually did a video with a whole bunch of titles in it. Um, they're like 20. Sekiro, like Die Twice or something.
Mm.
Which is done by the same people that did Dark Souls. That looks very interesting. Yeah, so there seems to be there's a lot of games that I forgot that were coming out this year. The Last of Us 2.
That looks
Um,
good.
yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
Mm.
Um, so yeah.
So, what do you think? Obviously, the sad news broke. I think it was towards the back end of last year. The very sad news that Telltale Games has sadly gone,
Um,
which is sad because they've done so many good games.
it is
Obviously,
sad, but I
they were
think they were
behind
just
the Walking Dead stuff, weren't they?
yeah. I'm just sad that they got stuck in that formula because like their formula is great. I just don't think they ever innovated it,
No.
and it was kind of stuck for the last nearly 10 years, pretty much
Mm.
10 years on the same kind of game, which is very disappointing. The
Mm.
technology didn't improve. I wish they had spent more time on that. It just seems like they got a lot of licenses and the games weren't very popular. The market was oversaturated, and
Mm.
people just weren't really interested in playing them, and
But
that sucks.
it does. But it's great that the other company came in and finished season 3 of The Walking Dead, though. That's actually quite nice. I like that. That shows how strong the community is for gaming.
Yes, and but also it's a business move. They're
Oh,
making
yeah,
some
oh
money out
yeah,
of it.
very, very.
That,
It's a smart business move.
yeah, and like that's super cool. I'm glad that they've done that. But at the end of the day, like the company, and I know there were amazing people working there. As a director for the company, if they're not thinking about exciting ways to make that type of point and click puzzler interesting, they aren't going to succeed. Look at Life is Strange and how much better that is, and
Oh,
that
that's
could have
brilliant.
Telltale could have gone that direction and made that's their playing field, and
Yeah.
they just went for the same old.
Mm,
And at
we
the end
got
of the
the
day, like people aren't buying those games, and they're never going to succeed.
we got the Life is Strange. Life is Strange 2's out now, which is with the two brothers, isn't it? Is that
Yes. Well,
yeah?
no. Okay, I think Life is Strange 2 is still going to be the same characters, but there was a character that you got to play in a free demo. I think it's still free to play.
The Amazing
Uh,
Adventures of Captain Spirit.
that one, yes.
I
So
played. That's a beautiful game.
it is. It's a great soundtrack.
Oh yeah,
They you can get access to that I think for free, and it's kind of like a demo for the mechanisms inside Life is Strange, maybe to entice you to buy the original Life is Strange.
yeah.
But the sequel, the Life is Strange 2 will still be the same characters from the
Mm.
first Life is Strange.
What's the one? What's the game out now where he plays two brothers and the little brother's got like a superpower?
What?
I'm gonna have to find a link to that video. There's Jacksepticeye done a video where he plays a game, and I don't know if it's Life is Strange 2 or
No,
not.
I
I
think
don't know.
you're right. I think you're right. I think it is Life is
It's
Strange too.
two brothers, and the little brother has got like X-Men style powers, where he uses his
What?
hands and stuff
What?
happens.
How did I miss this game?
I know. I'm gonna buy it today and play it.
It came out last year.
What? Life is Strange 2?
Yeah, 27th of September 2018.
I need to buy this. But I've been watching Jacksepticeye's videos on it, and it is such a beautiful game. It really is, and the story is incredible. The voice
Wait,
acting's brilliant. What?
so Jacksepticeye's played it.
Yeah.
Oh, they're episodes. So episode 1 came out on the 27th of September 2000. Episode
Yes.
2 comes out on the 24th of Jan. So that comes up. That's just popped out. Then
Yeah.
there's episode 3, 4, and 5. But you see, like, you know, I'm upset with Telltale. They could have been here. This is their model.
I know.
And these games are better.
I know. I was watching Jacksepticeye play the game, and I was thinking the same as you. Telltale could do this, but better, or just as good, even. They really
Yeah.
could.
I'm gonna have a quick squiz on Steam.
He is. See, what you guys can't, and I can't see Grant either, guys, at the minute, but you can tell, he's at his desk, typing away, like, getting.
Look at it, Life is Strange 2. There we go.
How much does it cost on your Steam store?
The complete season 2 is 528 rand. But each episode 1's 104 rand. So it's times divided by 20 is what it generally is a pound. So it's
Okay.
like five quid.
It's nothing, is it, for a game that good?
Yeah, it's next level.
But also, like I say, Grant's got a YouTube channel. Like I say, a link will be down below for that. He was also living in the UK for a year, and he was editor for Casper Lee.
Yeah, so I produced Casper's channel for a year, which
And
was very cool. I'm gonna be, yeah.
Go on, what were you going to say?
No, I'm still doing some work for him every now and again. I'm gonna be doing some work for him this weekend
Oh, are you?
as well. Yeah.
Because Casper Lee, if you don't know who Casper Lee is, then you've been living under a rock. Because he's massive. But he comes across as so humble as well. And Grant helped. Grant, like I say, Grant was editor for him for a year. Whilst Grant lived in the UK, and
Yeah.
yeah, honestly, go check out Grant's channel. Check out Casper's channel. What was it like editing for Casper?
It was fun. I think it was a huge learning experience for me. I think working on a YouTuber's channel at that size and having access to like the back end, if you'd like, or it's interesting because there's just you learn so much about YouTube as a business, and I think he's very business orientated. He's a good business person.
Oh, you can tell that, definitely. You see that straight off the bat. The fact that he co-founded Influencer, he co-founded Margavine Management. He's very business minded.
Yeah, no, he is, and it's very convenient that he's. I've known him for a very long time. I met him when he was 19, 18. He was still in high school.
Okay.
And I was doing a lot of TV work here, and I tried to get him onto a lot of TV work and magazines and stuff. And then we became friends from there. And he made some big life decisions, and those big life decisions paid off.
Oh,
he moved
definitely.
in with Alfie. Before Alfie dated Zoella. And
oh yes, he did, didn't he? I forgot about that.
And yeah, that was a big move for him. Alfie wasn't as big, but when it just happened, it was like the storm at the right time, you know. And he just was involved with that group of friends. Him and Joe were friends nearly immediately, and that really helped his channel. I think they blew up together. But YouTube already is like a very different beast than it used to be. It's not a matter of people that are just punting out content anymore. It's more a matter of like what content is relevant in the ecosystem.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we had YouTube Rewind last year.
Yes.
Turns out to be the most disliked video in YouTube history.
Yeah, just goes to show. It's
What
like
do
I
you
think
think? What did you think of Rewind? Sorry, what did you think? YouTube Rewind came out last year. When you watched it, what did you think?
yeah, it was a bit cringe. Like I don't think they thought this through, but at the same time, like I think that yeah, at the same time, I think that they
Don't hold back. Say what you want.
no, no, I think I'm trying to find the right word for it. I think they just lost touch, to be honest.
Mm,
Um, it's been very eye-opening to see that they're very unaware of what an audience wants to watch by choice versus what they are seeing through behavior patterns. And I think behavior patterns are the easiest way to get popular on YouTube now. So if you want a YouTube channel and you want it to pop very quickly, make content that's relevant to other content that you watch, that could be served on those videos, and get that community to watch it. So if you can get like 1,000 people that watch Linus Tech Tips to watch one of your videos, it's very likely that your videos will start getting served on most of Linus Tech Tips' videos, for instance.
yeah.
And you don't have to do much work other than making your content relevant for that audience. Whereas in the past, I think if you were uploading good quality content, you were by virtue relevant because you were competing with people that weren't making great quality. Now there's a lot of quality.
Mm.
So you can't just sit on a couch and do like a sweet challenge. You know what I mean? I saw Alfie tweet about it the other day. You can't just sit
I
down and
saw
do
that.
like
Yeah.
tasting American. That's the platform doesn't favor that kind of interaction anymore. Cinnamon challenge,
Mm.
because there needs to be something a lot larger
Oh yeah. Didn't
in scope.
Alfie start the tasting sweets trend on YouTube though?
I don't know.
Let's just say he did. I don't know if he did. I have no idea if Alfie invented
I don't.
that.
I don't. I don't think he did. Uh, I think it would be very weird if he did. Joe started a lot of trends, and
Oh
even so, Jimmy Kimmel stole a lot of his games for his show.
yeah. I mean, Joe, was it
Uh,
Dare Sug? As their videos, which are incredibly funny.
yeah, yeah, he's done super well.
And
Uh,
you mentioned Joe and his channel and his videos and stuff. What do you? Joe Sugg done Strictly Come Dancing this year. If you guys don't know, he got into the final. Um, Stacey Dooley won. How do you think Joe did in Strictly Come Dancing?
I didn't watch it to be honest.
Have you
We
seen
don't
it?
really have we don't really have Strictly Come Here. I think the bits that I did see, I think he did extremely well. I think he's very determined, and I think that whatever he did, if it was a dancing show, if it was an illustration show, if it was a painting show, if it was
It'd be alright, yeah.
yeah, he had put his heart and soul into it. So
What gets me is when you see his vlogs and stuff, how much dedication he wants to put into something is
oh
incredible.
yeah,
But that's the same for Casper as well. To be fair, he's so headstrong and he's sensible. I mean,
yes,
he comes across on his video. Casper comes across on his videos as a bit dippy and a bit silly.
yes. But I
But
think he's doing that intent. It's more it's intentional.
oh yeah,
Um,
I can tell. Like I said, I've never met him, but you can tell. I can tell. I'm like, okay, I know what you're doing here. You know, to me, it's that sort of thing. But
yeah.
let's stop talking about other YouTubers and let's talk about you as a YouTuber, because haven't you been in a museum recently as well?
Yes. Wow. You've done your research.
I watched your video.
uh,
I watch all your
um,
videos.
amazing. So I'm currently on display at the Victoria and Albert Museum. It's a big, I think it's Victoria and Albert or Victoria and Alfred. I think it's Victoria and Alfred
Victor and Albert, I
Museum.
think. Victor and Albert.
Albert. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. We got the Victoria and Alfred waterfront.
Okay.
Alfred is like I don't know. I don't know this stuff.
I don't. I know it gets the monarchy stuff gets complicated.
I'd have a problem. I'd have a problem getting like citizenship. Oh, sorry.
Bless you.
Thank you. Yeah. So Anyway, so it's this great display about video games and video game culture. And one of the components of the display is video game culture around the world.
Hmm.
Um, and I got to, yeah, we got to be in that one because I covered a gaming a gaming event here in Cape Town, a very avant-garde, creative gaming event by some of the games developers called Super Friendship Arcade.
Hmm.
Very great event. Cool guys. Um, and yeah, it was a huge privilege to be able to be there. To be honest, I didn't I didn't expect to be in a museum, and when they called me up, I was like, guys, I think you got the wrong person. Um, I'm just a YouTuber, and they're like, no, no, we need that video, and I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah.
So, and I managed to go down and have a look at the museum, and I went to look at the exhibition and stuff.
How? Yeah. What did you think?
I loved it. I loved it. I was more stoked. I did. Obviously, in
Yeah.
museums are very quiet, and you just have people walk around and just admire stuff. Well, I
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
to where your video is. I was looking. I saw your video, and I went, "I know him." I was like, "Oh, that's a bit loud in the museum," so I kind of had. I just quickly walked out.
It's like a library in there. Yeah. Yeah.
It is, and I said that quite loudly in like a library situation. I went, "I need to go now."
Yeah. Before I get into serious trouble.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. But no, and also with YouTube, obviously, when I was with you at Insomnia, people were coming up to you asking for photos and stuff like that. How was that the first time that happened?
What with the photos?
Yeah.
I'm not to say that I'm used to it, but because I've had a lot of experience on television here in South Africa, it's been pretty prominent here.
Mm,
But yeah, it's interesting. The audience has shifted. On television, was a lot of older people, like dads, moms, aunts, and uncles.
yeah.
But on YouTube, it's gamers. It's people that are passionate about the medium, and that was very cool. That was probably my favorite part.
Because I can
So
remember
I'm
me and you walking around Insomnia. We left Robin in Starbucks. You went to get some. You went to get another camera or something. Because Grant travels with about 2 billion cameras with
yeah,
different
you got
sized lenses or something.
got to be prepared. Yeah, yeah.
We walked in. We were walking around, and Grant was taking pictures and getting his vlog footage and stuff, which he's very good at. He's very watching Grant film for me as a aspiring YouTuber to watch Grant film. It's like, I can see what you do there. So he did it like this. So I've managed to learn a few tips and tricks from watching Grant do it. So I'm like, oh, okay, so do it that way, and that looks like that. Oh, okay. Um, but then people start to come up to Grant and ask for photos. So Grant just looks at me and he went, "Dan,
I
just."
wasn't expecting that, to be honest.
I could
Especially
tell you were a bit. I could tell you were a bit surprised.
yeah, I think it's because of being in coming from South Africa. I thought like, oh, it's not gonna be, it's not gonna happen here. Um, and I just always feel that like, I don't know, I feel like it's a little silly that people would be interested, or at least to that level, in
Yeah,
what I'm doing. So then I'll just be like, okay,
but
guys obviously got this wrong.
I had a bag on me, and Grant wanted to put some of his stuff into my bag. So I'm like, "Yeah, sure, mate, that's fine." And then people started to come up to him asking for photos, and Grant went, "Dan, hold my camera." I'm thinking, "Oh God, if I drop this camera, I am screwed."
Don't worry, you nailed it, bro. You did the job well.
But saying that,
You handled it perfectly.
what I started to do whilst Grant's having photos taken, I've got this high end camera, and I'm like, I'm going to use it. So I started to take photos with Grant's camera and record video with Grant's camera. And as we're walking back out to meet up with Robin again at Starbucks, as we're walking out, oh, by the way, Grant, I took some photos and recorded some video on your camera. And he just looked at me and I went, cool, bro. I was like, oh, okay. I thought you were going to say something different.
No, no, it helps me. Like, yeah, like, all
And
of a
it
sudden I
turns
have
out
like,
on Grant's Twitter, either that day or the day after, he posted a picture from Insomnia, and then they add the picture, the camera emoji, and then my name. I was like, oh bloody hell, he credited me for that. And then I watched his vlog back from Insomnia, and I'm like, hang on a minute, that's me filming that for him. I did that, and I'm noticing bits that I filmed watching
yeah,
your
yeah,
vlog, and I'm like, Oh yeah. The one thing I did skip though in that video was when you met up, when you started to film me in your vlog. I did skip that bit.
Oh, why? Oh, you didn't want to see it.
Well, no, I don't like hearing my own voice when I'm filming, and so when I'm editing, I don't like listening to my own voice. It's a bit
You'll
cringy
get
for me.
you'll get used to it. Like everybody gets used to it.
Um,
You need to if you, especially if you're making podcasts and stuff.
oh, definitely. Also, guys, so we're going to wrap up this podcast pretty soon. But I've got an announcement.
Oh,
I'm not. Oh, Grant's like, Dan,
oh.
you never said this to me before we recorded. What are you doing?
What you gonna
Um,
announce?
the announcement is I'm moving to South Africa. No, no, it's not. No,
Whoa, whoa.
no, no. I wish I was actually. No,
Sounds
no, no, no. That's not. That's not the announcement. I am going to I-64. So
nice.
I don't know if Grant's going to be there or not. I hope he is eventually. I
I
hope.
unfortunately I'm not gonna be there. I wasn't invited back this year.
Oh, that's a shame.
I think
Ins-
everybody who wanted me there should just tweet them.
Insomnia Gaming Festival. If you're watching this, get Grant Hinds back. That'll be cool.
Yeah.
But no. So I'm not. I haven't been invited by Insomnia Gaming Festival. I'm going off my own back. However, I am working with the Ibis Styles Hotel at the NEC. They're based behind the NEC. Thank you to the general manager there. I'm staying at the Ibis Styles. I've got to pay for it, but I've got a discounted rate. So thank you very much to the guys at
Oh,
Ibis
cool.
Styles. That's really nice of them. So I greatly appreciate that. I'm going there. I'm at Insomnia Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So Saturday, I'm travelling up to Birmingham on Saturday. I've got all day Sunday at the fest at Insomnia, and then Monday I'm coming home. So I'm 3 days in Birmingham, which would be
Okay.
nice. And I'll get to go to Insomnia again. I get to see Tom. We meet Syndicate, Life of Tom. He's generally a nice guy. Because I know when Grant went, Grant and Casper caused a bit of chaos at his stand.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And if you meet Grant, if you want to do Baby Shark with him, Grant's really good at that. There's a video of Grant dancing with Syndicate watching, thinking, "Oh dear God, what is he doing here?" I'm
What
guessing
have I done?
was that after the pub quiz.
No, no, not at all. It was after a long day on the floor,
Were you
and I was just
drinking?
like, no, not at all. I was drinking coffee actually, and I
That
was just like,
explains it
oh,
more than
yeah,
anything.
it was the coffee.
He says coffee, guys. What he means is an Irish coffee. There's vodka inside the coffee.
So
That's what he
sick.
means.
Gross, gross.
One of these days, Grant's going to come back to the UK and meet me at Insomnia because I go, Dan, you owe me a coffee. I was like, okay.
An
Um,
Irish coffee.
Irish coffee. Yeah, they're nice as well, actually. They are.
Not a,
But anyway, no, I've got to wrap up this podcast now because Grant's got
do it.
meetings to do and I've got breakfast to have, and other stuff to and edit this to get it up and
I'm
whatnot.
I'm I'm interrupting you all the time. Don't worry.
No, it's
Sorry.
fine. No, it's fine. It's fine. Grant's great at interrupting people, and it's why we love him so much. Especially when he's streaming and he's playing Fortnite with other people. Other people talk, and he'll be talking over the people talking, and it's
There we
like,
go.
come on. But Grant, thank you very much for getting up. Well, you're already up early. You're up early anyway, so that's fine. Thank you for, like I say, we've been organising this since what, November last year, or probably before. It's a
uh,
long
yeah,
time.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's about November. Yeah.
About November, we've been organising this. I've had to talk to his manager, and then I was put in touch with him. And obviously, time differences. When Grant emails me, I'm not normally awake, so it's our time zones are really quite different. So, thank you, Grant, for taking the time out of your busy schedule to talk to me, mate. Today, really appreciate it. If you want to subscribe to Grant's YouTube channel and Twitch, all the links will be down below. Any other YouTubers that I mentioned, I think I mentioned Casper. Yeah, I did.
Ah, yes.
I'll link to his channel below. But if you're on Twitch and you have Amazon and you want to watch Grant, if you use your Twitch Prime, you get a month's free subscription to Grant, and you get sub-only chat and squad
Oh
damage
yeah,
and
sure.
stuff like that. And also, actually, if you Grant sponsored by Steel Series, if you have any of their kit, What's this thing you do?
Oh, we do like games every week, and you can come play with us.
There we go.
You get special roles in the Discord. We have special like days for just people who are in squad damage.
Yeah, so I was going to say. So Grant uses all Steel Series stuff. I use a lot of Corsair. I've got a Corsair keyboard, mouse, and mouse pad and headset. Corsair, if you want to sponsor a podcast, please let me know because I'd love to. And I'm sure. But like I say, Grant, thank you very much for joining me. Guys, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, and because YouTube's broken, ding dong the notification bell, and you may get a notification that this video is live, or you may not. I don't know if they fixed that bell yet. I don't know. But anyway, guys, that's it from me and Grant from the Let's Talk podcast. Say bye bye, Grant.
Thanks, Dan. Thanks for having me. Super appreciate it.
See you in a bit, everyone.
Cheers,
Bye.
everyone.